So hello, well today I'd like to take a look at this, which is an autographed photo of one of my most favourite actresses ever, Kate Winslet. And she came from Reading, which is a place where I lived for, well, when I was very, very young with my parents. We lived near Pangbourne, actually, on the River Thames, and yeah, it was very early 1960s, sort of mid 60s, because I was born in 1965. So, but this has an interesting story to it, because when I was working for the media in London, in Dean Street, I used to work for a company called, well, what were they called? VCI, Video Club International. I was doing IT for them, you know, putting the SH into IT, I might add. But yeah, I was doing their computers, and effectively there was a lot of stars hanging about in Soho, but the area of London where Dean Street is. And you'd often bump into people that were famous. I saw so many. Jack D. I saw Eddie Izzard. I saw the snooker player whose name actually evades me at the moment. But somebody Davis. Was it John Davis? John Paul Davis? Anyway, he was a very famous snooker player. Not that I can remember, obviously. Because my old brain's going do nil in it. But no, it's not Ray Reardon. I'm thinking Ray Reardon for some reason. I don't know what's going on in my head, isn't it? But no, anyway, he was a very famous snooker player, and I followed him down this alleyway once. It's not what you think. It was a very busy alleyway in Soho, and I was walking past people, and I was watching their reaction as they saw this chap, and I thought, this is hilarious. What it must be like to be famous, everybody clocking you and thinking, oh look, it's him, you know. And I just thought, no. Anyway, I met this young beauty shortly after she'd made the film Titanic. I think it was about 1997 she made that movie, and I met her about a year later in 1998. And she was parking her car, which was a Jeep Wrangler or something like that, with her then husband, Jim Threppleton. And they were arguing, actually, that it was a bizarre situation, because they were arguing well, he was arguing, she was passive. He was shouting at her. And I thought, oh, not a good time to say anything approach. And she kind of looked a bit somber, and as she came towards me, she smiled, and I said, oh, bless you. I said, I loved your film Titanic. I loved you as you're in the part of the lady in Titanic. And she stopped and chatted to me like a normal girl, and I just thought, wow, this is awesome. You're a starlet, and you're chatting to an arsehole like me. Brilliant. And anyway, to cut a long story short, I said to her, well, you know, I don't have a pen, but I'd love to have your autograph. I don't know why those words fell out of my mouth, but they did. And she said, oh, well, give me your address. And I thought, okay. And I gave her my address, and she said, okay, I'll send you a photo. And I said, thank you, that's so kind. And I thought, well, I'll obviously never ever hear from her again, obviously, and she's making it all up. She must have 100,000 people stopping her in the street every day. But can you believe it? It came. About a month later, the signed photo arrived, and wow. So she must have a memory, that's all I can say. She must have a memory, very good memory, to remember my full address, and although she missed out the postcode, I must say. Anyway, this is it. This is I framed it, obviously. This is me that I framed it. This is my signed photo from Kate Winslet, the beautiful actress Kate Winslet. So thanks ever so much for watching. All the very best wishes. Cheers.